Tonight, the District of Taylor is banning the production of marijuana. The Peace Region's mayors are back after advocating for LNG at a Prince George forum. And a crosswalk in Burnaby has seen another injury as neighbors call for change. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Hugh Smith. Grand Prairie RCMP have arrested a man after an alleged sexual assault in Grand Prairie. Police say they have charged 39-year-old Joshua Higgins of Nova Scotia with sexual assault and aggravated sexual assault after receiving a complaint yesterday. He will appear in court on Wednesday. A public hearing is underway in Taylor as the district plans on banning the sale and manufacturing of marijuana. The district is looking to amend its zoning bylaw and ban any sales or production of marijuana within its borders before the federal government plans to legalize the drug for recreational use this summer. District officials say it takes between 6 to 8 weeks to put a zoning amendment through, and they would like to change the bylaw before July.
Somebody can set up a marijuana sales shop overnight, and so we need to be in advance of that. If somebody sets that up in our community under the existing zoning bylaw and we go ahead and change our zoning, they get grandfathered. And so they're able to continue the operation as it was before our zoning. So the only way to really get ahead of the whole process is to prohibit marijuana production, marijuana manufacturing of products and sales until such a time as we know what the rules are.
Currently in Canada, growing medical marijuana is legal, but Taylor's proposed bylaw will also prohibit all production of the drug.
We're not sure how those will be affected by the new recreational use of marijuana and sales of marijuana. And so just so again, we can be ahead of the game, we've decided that we will consider prohibiting all manufacturing of marijuana until we really see what the rules around marijuana are.
District officials have said that in the future they will reconsider the zoning bylaw once more data has been collected. The National Energy Board has started public hearings over TransCanada's application to alter the Montney Mainline project. TransCanada subsidiary Nova Gas Transmission has requested changes to the project certificate to allow gas to flow east and to begin work on some parts of the project before a final investment decision for an LNG terminal on the Pacific coast. The board will be hearing from Nova Gas and from members of the Indigenous communities affected by the line. Hearings in Calgary began today and will run until Friday. The hearings will then move to the Stonebridge Hotel in Dawson Creek from January 30th to February 1st. Northern community leaders are back from the BC Natural Resources Forum in Prince George after voicing their opinion for LNG in the north. Both Fort St. John Mayor Laurie Ackerman and Dawson Creek Mayor Dale Bumstead were in attendance to provide unified support for its continued development. Eric Tashner has a story.
LNG, the talk of Prince George over the weekend. Northern mayors were under the spotlight for most of Thursday, pushing the NDP government to develop the industry. Fort St. John Mayor Laurie Ackerman took the stage, thanking the Clately Tene First Nation. And Dawson Creek Mayor Dale Bumstead was providing an update on how LNG's environmental benefits don't stop at the customer's end.
We had a great meeting. We had meetings, had lots of very, very positive interactions. Had the opportunity to meet the minister. I had a meeting with the Minister of Natural Resources, Jim Carr. We had an hour with him. Really got an opportunity to talk about important initiatives that we have in the region.
He explains that there currently are 3 natural gas plants that have been built in the Northeast in the past 2 years, all of which were constructed with electrical cogeneration capabilities.
They're hooked to the BC Hydro transmission line. They're electric-powered engines that power those plants. So every one of those plants hooked to the BC Hydro grid and not producing their own power by burning natural gas to produce power.
Bumstead isn't the only one who is pleased with the outcome of the forum. FSJ for LNG President Alan Yu says the forum gives an indication on what might happen in the future.
One of the solutions when it comes to financing these projects is to support natural resources here in BC, basically mining, wood, and natural gas, and its export in the form of LNG.
The feds have given an environmental approval to LNG Canada, and the matter is now in their hands.
We have, of course, the confidence in Canadian workers in making pipelines very safe.
You expects a final investment decision in the second half of this year.
Just very happy that there is light at the end of the tunnel and the LNG dream of the Northeast is not totally dead.
Eric Tashner, CJDC TV News, Dawson Creek.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but first, here's what's happening where you live in tonight's community events.